just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and hit the bell. GMS fam, the green room. Let's talk about it. Yo, GMS fam, what's going on? What's going on? How y'all doing this lovely Friday afternoon? We back to the weekend, baby. So I hope y'all feeling well. You know, we start off every show with peace, love, and positive energy. I am here to pass it to you, and I hope you pass it forward to somebody else as the day moves forward, man. I hope everybody is getting ready to have a great weekend. I know I am. What's going on, Samajin? We in here today, man. We want to talk about some things today. How y'all feeling, man? Y'all doing well? Y'all doing good? How's your mental? You straight? Y'all feeling good? Did you have a good day? Did you wake up right? What up, Don Philly? What up? What's happening, Brandon Lacey? What's going on? I see y'all. All right, look. We got a few things to talk about today. Now, for those who don't know, he said rolling up that mota. Yes, sir. What up, Arius? Look, we have to talk about the Kyle Rittenhouse trial. First and foremost, we have a few topics to talk about. We're going to dive into the Kanye interview with the Drink Champs. They put out the part 2 of his interview last night. Also, we are going to talk about Kid Cudi and what he has been deciding to do lately to grab attention, so to speak, or maybe he's just living his truth. Who knows? We'll talk about it. We'll get into it later. But first and foremost, we must get to this trial. What up, Nolan? What up, Marcus? Now, this is a very interesting trial. All right? Certain things have been coming to light about the situation that I can't either feel some way about either way, as far as me thinking it's true or whether it's not true. Either way, it's weird, and I want to get into it with y'all to see what y'all think about this trial that's happening. So, for those who don't know, last year, during all of the protests and all of the riotings and all of the lootings and all of the fucking just everything, the chaos, the distress, the just fed upness, if that even is a word, a lot of these things that a lot of people wouldn't understand, which they really don't here in this country. They don't understand the anguish. They don't understand the frustration. People being fed up and people feeling like they ain't being heard. And then you have these brainwashed foot soldiers who feel like they need to combat some shit because they don't understand what these people feel and what these people are going through. Now, what happened in Kenosha, Wisconsin, was this guy, Kyle Rittenhouse, getting driven to Kenosha because he was asked to help protect businesses of people he knew. Now, here we are in the midst of people going this way, that way, how they feel about it. People in the masses gathered up together to either protest or to either riot or to either do what they want to do. And here you have a kid, first of all, a teenager, wasn't even 18 at the time, a teenager who was called upon to try to help defend businesses. Now, do I fault people as a whole, people in general, who want to defend their property or defend their business? No. What I do know, though, is that when you go somewhere, when you know there's no reason for you to even be there, and then you get handed a gun, it's inevitable that something bad might happen. And when you seem like somebody who is on one side, aka the other side of what is happening with the other people in the crowd, the masses, you're gonna look like a threat, especially when you are walking around with an AK branded on you already. You're already walking around with an AK strapped to you. It's crazy how people don't even realize that shit. They think that Kyle has some type of pistol and pulled it out his pants. He had it on. Like, people think that, oh man, he got attacked. It was self-defense. It was like, bro, this motherfucker had an AK strapped to his chest walking down the street during high tension, high racial tension, and people out protesting for an actual cause, not because of no election that they didn't get to go their way. No, it was because of some actual real shit. And he ended up killing people and injuring one. Now, here's some stills from what happened. People that's claiming that it was self-defense. People like to take stills of instances and they don't care about what is surrounded around the whole entire situation. All they do is take what they need, put it out there, and let it be that. But there's other things that make this look weird. Like how in the past, after this shit happened, people were already donating to this kid. He was already out taking pictures with people, probably signing autographs, smiling, all sorts of shit. But as soon as the court case comes, as soon as he has to stand trial, now my man wants to put out them crocodile tears. Listen to this guy. Listen to this.
People right there.
Take a deep breath, Kyle.
Look at this.
What That's right, run.
Look at this kid, man. The judge over there feeling bad. Look at take a deep breath, Kyle. And then as soon as the judge tries to break this off, listen to the judge. Look at him. If somebody, first of all, this would be somebody having like a panic attack or hyperventilating, some shit like that. If I was having a panic attack, I'm not making sure the judge is gonna cut this shit short. Look at him. Look over at the judge. Watch. You gonna stop it? I'm clearly losing my mind. You gonna stop? You gonna stop what's happening? Please? Are you? Oh.
Anyway.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Judge.
We're going to take a break about 10 minutes, and please don't talk about the case during the break. Read, watch, or listen to any conversation.
Look at his mama over there. Shut up. Can you believe it? The shit that just doesn't make sense to me is how all that energy turned into that once you hit the courtroom, especially if you justified in what you did. Now, I want to show y'all a statement, man. This comes from a veteran. Now, you know how this country talks about respecting the troops? You know, when people kneel for the national anthem, be like, oh, you're disrespecting the flag. You're disrespecting the troops. Well, let's hear from a veteran. You know, America, so patriotic, so caring about the troops. I bet you they dismiss this shit. Kenneth Ray McCain, combat veteran, he says, just a perspective. If you arrived armed to a place where violence is happening, prepared for violence, and you engage in violence, there is no self-defense defense. You are in fact a willing combat. Listen. You are in fact a willing combatant. If you do this without being sanctioned by a government outside of a combat zone, you are also, in fact, a terrorist. We had another word for armed civilians operating outside the military as well: insurgent. If your recourse to the terrorists is to look up the criminal history of the victims, it is no different than looking up the criminal past of everyone that died on 9/11 in order to justify the hijackers. This kid was illegal all the way around. This shit is ridiculous. Oh, but they're going to drown him out. This is like the correlation between what's happening with Dave Chappelle and the trans community, and then having somebody from their community speak out about what they really heard and what's 100 and what's real and what's factual about the special, and being drowned out because they want to continue to push a narrative. Now, the judge in this case, oh my God. The judge in this case is one hell of a motherfucker, ain't he? He said, oh, Kyle laid that mayo on thick. The judge, first of all, very suspect, man. Let's look at the judge. Let me hold on. Let me pull this up. This week at Kyle Rittenhouse trial, Judge Schroeder, who looks like a damn buzzard. This man looks like he goes around flying in the air, circling around carcasses. This man is a vulture, a real life vulture, the literal image of a vulture. He just bald and he ain't got no wings. Anyway, Judge Schroeder told court to applaud a defense witness for being a veteran, rejected video of Rittenhouse shooting victim claiming Zoom may distort image, forgot to silence his phone, song used at a Trump rally played as his ringtone. You guys want to hear that? Let's listen to what happened with the judge. This old professional man has been a judge for so long. Listen to his ringtone.
The bad faith on the part of the prosecution, and if the court makes a finding that the actions that I had talked about.
Oh, do you want to know what song this is? They'll show you. Just watch.
And
my man had to turn his ringer off. My man is a patriotic American. But let's just say he's not biased in that way. Let's just say that doesn't mean he's biased. All right, let's see.
There have been numerous occasions during this trial where they've opened the door. The one time when they're going into Mr. Rosenbaum's prior, the reason he doesn't like guns, and I said something, I whispered in Mr. Krause's ear, it's because of the prior convictions. Please stop, and he did. He knows if you're going to go into something that's been excluded in a pretrial order, you better ask the court, you better get permission. This is ridiculous.
Him and the judge are friends. Good friends, you could tell. Because watch how the judge reacts to when he decides to speak. Watch.
It wasn't excluded, Your Honor.
You know why it was excluded in the first place? Because it was propensity evidence. That is exactly what 90404 is designed to prevent. You're talking about his attitudes. His attitude is he wants to shoot people. Now, I've admitted that kind of evidence in other trials when it's been appropriate. I didn't admit it in this case because, to me, what I've heard in this trial, and by the way, Mr. Richards absolutely correctly points out that just hours ago, I said I had heard nothing in this trial to change any of my rulings. So why?
Testimony, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
That was before the
Don't
defense testimony.
get brazen with me. You.
Don't get brazen with me. Listen to the tone of how this man spoke and listen to how he reacted.
Pardon me?
That was before the
Don't
defense testimony.
get brazen with me.
He didn't get brazen. What do you mean? Don't get brazen with me. That's some shit a whole vulture would say.
To change any of my rulings. So why?
Testimony, Your Honor.
Pardon me?
That was before the
Don't
defense testimony.
get brazen with me. You knew very well. You know very well that an attorney can't go into these types of areas when the judge has already ruled without asking outside the presence of the jury to do so. So
Malarkey is the old white man's version of jive turkey.
don't give me that. That's number one. Number two, this is propensity evidence. I said at the time that I made my ruling, and I'll repeat again now for you, I see no similarity between talking about wishing you had your AR gun, which you don't have, so that you could fire rounds at these thought to be shoplifters, and the incidents in these cases, which are not, there's nothing in your case that suggests the defendant was lying in wait to shoot at somebody or reflecting upon the shooting for a vast amount of time. Every one of the incidents involves matters that involve seconds in time. So I commented at the time, I don't see the similarity, and I don't see the similarity now. You have an incident where he's making comments about some alleged shoplifters versus crimes that involve instantaneous actions, whether premeditated murder or whether self-defense. That's for the jury to decide. But I don't see the similarity. I said it couldn't come in, and it isn't coming in. No matter what you think. Number two.
How you're a judge, bro. We see what side you're on, but damn, you could at least hide it a little bit. You can't. He's very blatant with it.
Murder or whether self-defense, that's for the jury to decide. But I don't see the similarity. I said it couldn't come in, and it isn't coming in. No matter what you think. Number two, I have to be concerned that with what Mr. Richards has said about the progress of the trial, and when you were I said you were over the line, close to or over the line on commenting on the defendant's pretrial silence, which is a well-known rule.
He can. This is like somebody that's like getting paid under the table type shit. Like, this is what it seems like. Cause like it's like he's trying to find the words, he be stuttering, he can't really say shit. And then when he knows what words to use, he'll make sure he stays stern just to get the money's worth. Why does he keep raising his voice in weird ass ways like that? It's like he's trying to remember that he needs to be on his ass more.
Of the trial.
Watch.
And when you were I said you were over the line, close to or over the line on commenting on the defendant's pretrial silence, which is a well-known rule. I'm astonished that would have been an issue. So I don't want to have another issue as long as this case continues. Is that clear?
It is.
Thank you. Ask the jury to come back in, please.
That was wild. That was wild. Oh, it gets wilder. Like Deontay. Listen to this.
Yesterday is that the right.
This deserves no introduction. Just listen to what the fuck was said in this courtroom. Listen.
Reverend Al Sharpton managed to find his way into the back of the courtroom. I'm guessing he was somehow there at the invitation of the victim's family in this case. And I have nothing personally against Mr. Sharpton. My concern is that it's one thing for the family to be present. It's another thing to ask for the lawyers to be present. But if we're going to start a precedent, starting yesterday, we're going to bring high-profile members of the African-American community into the courtroom to sit with the family during the trial in the presence of the jury. I believe that's intimidating, and it's an attempt to pressure, could be consciously or unconsciously, an attempt to pressure or influence the jury. To my knowledge, Reverend Al Sharpton has no church in Glynn County, never has. Hasn't been here since Elaine Brown ran for mayor, to my knowledge. But we have all kinds of people. We have school board members. We have county commissioners.
Don't let that go over your head. While he's speaking about now I'm not necessarily a fan of Al Sharpton myself. But that's not here nor there. Pay attention to this shit. While he's talking about what business Al Sharpton has in the courtroom or even in that state, like he needs to have a church in that state to be in that state in a public courtroom. Pay attention to how they keep tabs on these people. Why would he mention the last time he was there as if he knows the last time he was there? How is he keeping tabs on him like this? To my knowledge. See, these are tactics. These are things that they do behind the scenes that we sit up here and talk about, and people be thinking that we nuts for thinking this shit. But you have to pay attention to the type of shit they be saying. They be letting themselves go. They be putting themselves on blast, but people don't catch the shit. Listen to this again.
Has no church in Glynn County, never has. Hasn't been in it's the jury. To my knowledge, Reverend Al Sharpton has no church in Glynn County, never has. Hasn't been here since Elaine Brown ran for mayor, to my knowledge. But we have all kinds of people. We have school board members. We have county commissioners. We have all kinds of pastors in this town, over 100. And the idea that we're going to be serially bringing these people in to sit with the victim's family one after another, obviously there's only so many pastors they can have. And if their pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine. But then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here. Or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, pastor's Al Sharpton right now, that's fine. But then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here.
We don't want any more black pastors coming in here. You heard that shit. That wasn't a soundbite. It wasn't edited. It was not put in there on accident. This is what this man said. Watch this lady's reaction to when he said that. Also her as well. Just listen.
That's fine, but then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here. Or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week. Their pastor's Al.
Or Jesse Jackson. Oh, do they hate us for no reason? Listen, look. First, you go watch her first. Watch how she turned and looked up, and then watch how this lady had to fix her hair for a second. She said, hold up, did I hear that right? She had to pull the hair behind her ears because this motherfucker couldn't believe what she heard. Listen.
Sharpton right now, that's fine, but then that's it. We don't want any more black pastors coming in here. or other Jesse Jackson, whoever was in here earlier this week, sitting with the victim's family, trying to influence a jury in this case. And I'm not saying the state is even aware that Mr. Sharpton was in the courtroom. I certainly wasn't aware of it till last night. But I think the court can understand my concern about bringing people in who really don't have any tie. The court can understand my concern. I wasn't aware of it till last night. But I think the court can understand my concern.
Keywords, pay attention, facial expressions, looking at the people that they know are supposed to be working for them and not the actual court itself, and being able to be a judge or be jury or be anything like that. This man and that court is on code. There is no question that Kyle Rittenhouse is going to get off from this. We don't even have to sit here and speculate about that. We all know that. Everybody in the chat knows that. This child is going to get off. But just one more time, look at how he suggested that. It's funny because as you're sitting here making it a big deal, in the same breath, you're going to say that not that the court was aware he was there. I didn't even know he was there until afterwards. So if you didn't even know he was there, and if the court wasn't even aware that he was there, how is he making any impact on this motherfucker? But just the simple fact that he was there, all white jury, all white courtroom, having a black man there is going to throw it off, especially somebody there who is on the other side. Pay attention to this one more time.
That Mr. Sharpton was in the courtroom. I certainly wasn't aware of it till last night. But I think the court can understand my concern about bringing people in who really don't have any ties to this case other than political interests. Investigator.
So, there you have that. Now, I honestly, look, I'm not gonna spend any more time on this. I just want y'all to know that I see, and I know that y'all see what's going on. We know that kid is gonna walk. The judge is his best friend, as you can see. Same with the defense, all that shit. It's crazy. It's crazy. Whatever. Just another day in America, right? Just another fucking day in America. We got to get to this Kanye shit, though. I want to get to this Kanye shit because I don't want to stay on this subject. I don't want to have y'all mad. I fuck with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to stir nothing up. I don't want y'all feeling any types of ways or anything like that. Let's get to this. Let's get to this Kanye shit now. I would play the video, but like I said, fair use only goes a long way. And what I mean by fair use is I can only play the audio. So what you're going to have to do is bear with me while we play this shit, and we're going to have a discussion around it when it comes to Kanye, all right? Hold on, let me get this Kanye picture back up here. I know I have a Kanye picture somewhere. Let's see. Watch, he going to pop up on the screen like a fucking like a insane in the membrane nigga. Watch, hold on. Where is it at? I know I got a picture of Kanye. Where is it? There we go. Bow. We're going to take this picture and we're going to use this so y'all can envision him actually speaking on the show, all right? Now, the reason I want to bring this up is because Kanye was making some points, man. Now, he may be a little off up here. He may be making decisions based off of impulse and off of ego. But intertwined in that circus of a life and thought process that Kanye has are some valid points. Now, let's get into it. First, I want y'all to conversate on this point right here. Kanye speaks on the gangs and things that we own and don't own when it comes to the hood and things and places that we need to be helping to fix out here in America. Let me pause the music and y'all listen to this, man. Pay attention and let's have some good dialogue.
Did he just say preventive? Is that the people who own University?
Yes.
Jeez,
we not in the opposite gang at all. GDs and BDs and we all the same. We all on these blocks that we don't own and we don't have any political say so. And without political say so, you cannot move your people forward. They can put whatever they want in the schools. They can put whatever they want in the food. They can put whatever they want in music. They can put whatever. Go ahead. What is it?
Yeah, but like he's saying, like my father used to bring everybody together.
Wow.
You know what I mean? In peace to deal with situations in the community. Everybody. So all the different organizations.
And it's those
right there is my bad. My apologies. That is Larry Hoover Jr. that's speaking on Drink Champs as well. Kanye brought Larry Hoover Jr. on to talk about his father and to talk about his situation. And one thing I did not know about that situation, about Larry Hoover's situation, is that with new laws that were passed, 6 out of the 9 people that were indicted were able to be released. But for some reason, they kept Larry Hoover. I don't know why. I don't know what they feel like it's left for him to do out here on a point where he's going to be destructive to society. But if there's in my opinion, if I'm a judge and I'm looking at the influence that's out here and I feel like I'm basing my decision off of the influence this person has, there's so much positive influence coming from the name of Larry Hoover, not based on the things that he did in his past, but what the things that I guess are trying to be pushed now as far as positive things that he's trying to do in the way in certain messages. So I think in Kanye's defense, why he's pushing so hard for Larry Hoover is because I think he understands the Malcolm X complex, which is some people do things in life coming up. Some people are dealt certain cards. Larry Hoover did what he did. He can't take that back. But what people can do is try to become better people. And if Larry Hoover Sr. is somebody who is trying to be a better person and who is displaying that, I feel like it should be taken into consideration, just in my opinion, just being that type of person. I don't know about how anybody else feels about Larry Hoover's situation in the chat, but if you do feel some type of way about it, let it be known. Let's have that discussion as well. But I do think that after hearing that about certain people being released and him still being there, it seems more than just how they feel about him. I think it's more of a control situation, and they don't want certain people to come out and try to lead in a positive way. Why have Larry Hoover come out, who has a strong presence and a strong respect between gangs out here, to try to help lead them in a better path when you can still have people destruct amongst each other? That's how I look at it. But let's continue to listen.
Chicago got worse. Anyone you name,
it seemed like Chicago got worse without the OGs in the building.
Definitely.
When I would go, I went to prison with my wife and with Common, and they had everyone on the yard. Then we went into what they call it, the high security. What's the name of the where it's like
the whole, pretty much the boxes.
Was the more intense level?
You the hole?
No, but it wasn't a hole. It was just like glass like this.
Place. Okay.
High security place. And I looked. Andre 3000, Kendrick, me, RZA. It was all the versions of us that it didn't work.
That's crazy.
I was looking at it, I was like,
that's crazy.
there's not too many styles of video game characters in this video game. It's like, I think it's like 8 archetypes or something.
Right.
It's like you get the same character. Why is it, this is not to detract from this, but why is it always a star quarterback and all this GTA?
Right.
This simulation. You know, but God, you know, victory favors the brave.
Right.
God love this. God say, we want Hoover home,
Right.
use what you got.
Beautiful.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get the lawyer. And let me tell you what lawyer is. Since we hit all red buttons, we got the lawyer that just got Cosby out.
Listen to that. They got the lawyer. They got the lawyer that just got Cosby out to now represent Larry Hoover and try to help get Larry out, which I think is a good thing, man. Yeah, I think it's a really good thing. And you know, despite, you know, Cosby, put Cosby aside, it's just lawyer, just pinpoint the lawyer at this point. It's a good thing, man. You got to try to do what you can. And if somebody like that can get Bill Cosby out of prison, damn. Put the money where you need it to go, in my opinion. Hey, that's just how I feel. But to go a little bit more forward into the whole legal aspect of things, Kanye starts to talk about his wife and her pursuit and being a lawyer. And this is something else that I feel like made a lot of sense. And I'm gonna let you hear it for yourself, and we're gonna talk about
reform. Watch this. She talked to my wife and gave her another code book while she was training to be a lawyer.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because I was giving ideas for skits for SNL, and my wife was in a session with the lawyer that's trained her, and the lawyer got on the phone and started making bad suggestions. And I was like, man, this dude's an idiot. They got an idiot training my wife. She gonna fail the bar the third time. Because I feel like there's people who might not want, they don't want you. There's people who might not want Kim Kardashian to become a lawyer. Because you know what happens when Kim Kardashian becomes a lawyer? That shirt gets a little bit higher. The cleavage gets a little bit more covered up. It's 14-year-old girls, 17-year-old girls that's posing a little bit. They want to become a lawyer. She affects people in that way. And it's people that don't want her to affect these women in that way. They want her to affect them in that other way. And they could put a lawyer that give you all the right things and just enough wrong things that you just miss your test by this much. You get them next time.
What y'all think about that? Essentially saying that Kim becoming a lawyer is going to be changing up the brand a little bit. She doesn't have to be out there on Instagram every day doing the same shit, showing most of her body or doing anything like that. She's not necessarily have to, I guess. But if you want to be taken seriously in the professional world, not just taken by your celebrity, and be taken seriously by the things that you can do and how well you are as a lawyer, you have to present yourself in that way. And if she was to be able, and if she was to change her appearance, like he said, less cleavage, putting on more clothes, having other young women that already look up to her and try to be copycats to her, inevitably start doing the things that she's doing, where they're being more, not necessarily modest, but having more, I guess, respect for themselves in a way, so to speak, and being and changing the whole atmosphere of how people look at what the typical young girl coming up on social media is supposed to be. Their whole entire mental would change, because now the mentality that they have is, when they look at Kim Kardashian, I want to be Instagram famous, or I want to be reality TV famous, or I want to have my own fucking skin tight fucking leotards and shit, or I want to have a fucking makeup line and shit. But people rarely look up to motherfuckers in these spaces and want to be lawyers or doctors or fucking anything else that will fucking benefit people as a whole, other than entertaining motherfuckers. So I think that's a good way to look about it. But let's continue to hear a little bit more of what he has to say about it.
And it just so happened that God had me here, because I see the smallest thing. But when I see somebody move their hat like this from over there and be like, you know what I'm saying? So I heard him say this dumbass suggestion. I was like, and this is the person
what up,
that
Zim?
you got next to you at all times. And it's hard because, you know, being a celebrity is hard to feel love. So those that are like psychology majors, they know how to make us feel like we loved. First of all, we're very narcissistic. So who the hell does a real person gonna sit us, listen to us talk about ourselves?
I just learned that word the other day.
Yeah. Who? If someone can sit around and hear you talk about you all the time, they not there for you. They working for somebody else, and it's their job to listen to you. They ain't no grown-ass person, self-respecting person got time to listen to all your damn problems all the time without never bringing up some of their problems. Right. You know, this is what they call plants.
Right. Industry plants.
Industry plants. You don't think the most popular, most famous woman in the world got plants? Don't think they got nannies? Hey, Kim. Hey, Kim. Oh, don't listen to Ye. He's so crazy. What? Big facts. What you talking about? But at the end of the day, I ain't got the paperwork yet. So I'm going to come on this joint and try to save my family and keep my family together and try to save his family, my extended family, and pull our family together.
Now, let me answer this real quick. Let me answer this. Mickey says, don't pretend to be something you're not after you pass the bar, what the fuck you're supposed to be before then. Now, or be who the fuck you're supposed to be before then. I agree with that, Mickey. But in these terms, she's the influencer. So in any concern, it would be to, if you want to do so, like a lot of people always talk about the constant way that people portray themselves on the internet and how that influences people. I would rather her switch her style up to influence other young girls to take a different path without even worrying about whether or not she's being authentic to herself or not. She's fucking leading young girls into a better path. Who gives a shit? You know what I'm saying? Let them lead into a better path. Fake that shit if you want to. As long as you telling motherfuckers that they can be anything that they want to be, they don't have to be Instagram models. They don't have to be showing their ass on there. They don't have to be trying to get surgery to look exactly like you and your whole entire fucking family type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd rather the influence be there than to worry about whether or not Kim Kardashian is fucking, you know what I'm saying, really or really being that. You know what I'm saying? But I do agree that it's better to be authentic, because then that'll be something better. You could probably influence more of the masses if you're really authentic with it. People like authenticity. So I do agree with that as well. What's good, High Def? Brielle said, or Zen said, Insta fame is a problem. Yes, it is. Brielle said they don't think people who have done certain sexual things in the past to become something great. No, it's possible. It's possible. I think the thing is, though, it was like a chain reaction. Like, it wasn't just Kim and having her situation be like that, you know, to where Kim just became famous for that. Like, she would always be known for that. But her whole entire family got involved. So it was like, there's now only a certain pocket of people who really even care about her sex tape. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think, like, nobody gives a shit. Like, gets opportunities after opportunities after opportunities, and people can label that on her, put that on her, and make that a stain on her all they want. But if that was something that would prevent somebody from opportunities, Kim would probably be broke right now. Just in my opinion. But let's keep going. Let's do this. Now we go into community building. Kanye starts to talk a little bit about what it would take to build communities in certain poverty-stricken areas. Let's get to this.
They're telling me, like, yo, you got to come out to Austin. You got to see what we're doing, what we're building out here. Jay Prince just said you got to come out to Houston. You got to see. I said, can I build on my land, though? Because they keep stopping what I'm doing. You know, it's about community building. I hit Thug up. I was like, by the way,
sorry, my bad. If you are just now tuning in, please make sure you hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Also, I don't usually say this, but hit that share button as well too, because when you share this, it goes a long way. Share it, share this video. All you gotta do is share to your socials, or copy and paste it, send it to somebody through text, put it on your socials, whatever you want to do, but share this video as well. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, and hit that share button. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you are feeling generous. I would most appreciate it. GMS fam, the green room. Let's keep going.
On it. One of it is the plumbing and irrigation. Make one system for the entire community. Put one farm in the middle of the community. Make it so there's no cars in the middle of the community. Base the diet that we plant around the Dr. Sebi diet. Use generators that you have to be on the grid a little bit when you're in America, but use the least amount of, you thought I wasn't gonna get myself killed in this interview. Use the least amount of on the grid energy as possible. Tesla said the earth is a giant generator, and it is.
Right, yeah.
Now, all of this information.
Hey, I do want to say,
this
during this interview, from part 1 all the way to part 2, Kanye kept saying that. Kanye kept saying about, hey, Red Polo O, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Everybody shout out Red Polo O. He said he's new here. He just subscribed. I'm going to show you what this is about. Green Mind State. That's what GMS stands for. We all show love. It's always peace, positive energy, and we have these discussions. I appreciate you, Red Polo O. Everybody say thank you and appreciate you for subscribing. Now, Kanye kept saying, oh, you don't think I'm trying to get killed after this, or I'm trying to die after this. He kept saying that because I feel like these people in high profile positions be knowing when their life is on the line. And they know when their time is coming. Like, this is like the type of shit where people will go back and play this type of shit over and over again if something was to happen. God forbid something happened to Kanye. Like, we don't need nothing to happen to Kanye. You know what I'm saying? Like, Kanye hasn't done anything that would warrant him to have people wish death upon him or to have people want something to happen to him. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like his creativity, it doesn't just lie with him and his work. You know what I'm saying? There's other people that benefit from Kanye's musical genius. You know what I'm saying? And also the fashion side of it, which we'll get to that, and he'll explain why he makes the clothes he does and the shoes he does. But let's continue this for real quick. So I want you guys to hear what he says and let me know what you think about him talking about building community.
That run off trash. There's refrigerators that are silent, that run off fire. But we all been put into the program, into the grid, into the system. One of the things is this lady named Temple Grandin that changed the meat industry because she was on the spectrum. And she could feel the cows' pain, so she put them in these circular vats. And the cows, as they went to the slaughterhouse, they was happy, sort of like the music industry. Because we the cows, happy on our way to the slaughterhouse. Now, but for us, our existence, for instance, the amount, like if I go into designs or any space, there's too many lights in every restaurant, especially in the middle of the day. Just use a skylight. In every restaurant, in every home, it helps you with your mental health. We all are on the spectrum somewhere. Just only a couple of us went to the hospital or been diagnosed with medication. When I slammed that paparazzi that
Marcus,
day,
for the 20.
they made me go to anger management. I'm sitting there with Amber Rose at the anger management situation, and the anger management coach just keeps on hitting on Amber and then giving me some medication. That was the beginning of my medication. That was the snowball into eventually ended up being diagnosed as bipolar, which there's a...
Hold up. First of all, that's wild. That's very fucking wild. Also, Erkman66, appreciate you. He said he just subscribed. I thank you and appreciate you so much, man. Chat, let him know what's going on. Appreciate you, Erkman.
A lot of people who will say, I don't believe that you are actually bipolar. And anytime somebody wants to, say that I'm wrong about something, hide the truth, lie, they say, yeah, he's crazy. It's just the ultimate final cutoff to not have to listen. Like I said, we were raised into this life, racist, sexist, homophobic, but now also a phobia of things with mental health. Do we feel like that could be the end of any conversation? Stop talking, stop thinking, stop feeling. You crazy. Stop being like, I don't like that one Drake line. You crazy. Stop being like, damn, I was the Louis Vuitton Don, now they got Virgil, and he got the Nikes at the same time. You crazy. Oh, you ain't voting for Kamala, you ain't voting for Biden? You crazy. Oh, you running for president? You crazy. Are you sleeping in stay up? You crazy. Oh, you cut your hair different? You crazy. Are you wearing skinny jeans back in the days? You crazy. Are you walking around with the Hermes bags? You crazy. And I could do all these things to people, and I'm gonna tell you like this, for Britney Spears and for anybody, okay, I'm crazy, but what y'all gonna do about it? All this shit over with now. I'm Billy crazy up out here. So y'all can say that crazy talk for somebody else. Y'all not gonna diminish what I'm doing and what God is doing with me in the future by trying to cut my legs off or cut my influence off by calling me crazy. That don't work. You know what I'm saying? They be like, you need your meds. You're not in your best mental state right now. No, I know what's going on, and I'm not having it. I'm Buffalo Bill. You know, I'm one of them characters from the movie, you know, back in the days. Think about There Will Be Blood. Man, they wasn't having it. I'm not having none of it from nobody ever, period, on my life, bro, on my mama, on God, period. I'm not having nothing, period. This the truth. We're gonna have to deal with the truth because we can't build communities off of lies. We gotta build communities off of a foundation. We build our foundation on the truth. Only the truth will set us free.
Now, in that whole entire ramble, what he mentioned inside that, what I mean is what the truth lies entangled in the circus that is his thought process. He talked about renewable energy. Now, when he talked about it, he was just talking about how using lights and using certain resources, but what he meant, the terminology, renewable energy, man. We need, and he's talking about in certain spaces, like when he used the restaurant shit, going to a restaurant in the daytime, having solar panels to light up the restaurants and shit. Like he's talking about shit that environmentalists have been talking about for years, and how the earth would continue to sustain with certain things being changed, but it's a monopoly. It's shit is for money. We still got electricity and shit running on electric boards because of money, not because of the fact that we need it. What common sense would it make? I mean, is there any common sense in the fact that we still use electricity when we find out that the sun can power what we have using right now? The sun can power this shit. I could be streaming right now off of the use of the sun. I agree with that. Now, I'm one of those people that give a shit about the earth. You know what I'm saying? I give a shit about what happens to this place. You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people really care about materialistic shit. A lot of people care about little minuscule details about other people's lives or their lives without thinking about the fact that none of this shit would be happening if the earth wasn't here. You know what I'm saying? If shit was to go haywire, which it already kind of is due to global warming and all that other bullshit, people don't understand that this earth will start to purge. I say this, I've been saying this recently on this channel, the earth will start to purge itself. It's the best way to put it. Because when people hear that word purge, they start to freak out. And you should. So think about that when it comes to this earth and what we need to do to sustain that. And I appreciate him for spreading that message too. A lot of motherfuckers don't really be talking about that, especially in our culture, bro. Our culture is really, it pinpoints a lot of the bullshit. But let's keep going, because he also talks about the fact that Michael Jordan refuses to meet with him, and I wonder why.
You actually accomplished that. Like, when a Yeezy drops, when a sneaker drops, like, our community goes crazy for it. Like, like when you said it, you said Yeezy jumped over the jump man. I don't know if you knew what you were saying.
What up, Ann?
But
what up, Zen?
Jordan still won't meet with me. I'm trying to meet with Michael Jordan. I'm like, man, it's a song, man. But
he took it personal.
No. Michael Jordan said this thing. It's like, why y'all acting like Virgil made me hot? These shoes is hot. Like, this is somebody I met with Michael Jordan that used to work with me. But Nike really ain't had shit since the Yeezys. They can't, but they could get it back. You know what I'm saying? There was a period where Drake I couldn't get no traction.
Okay, but let's go from the Red Octobers. Let's go from the Red Octobers.
But it was like, I was Nike and Drake is like Yeezy, a rap. Like,
Why do y'all think Jordan won't meet with Kanye? I think that's actually kind of funny. I think it's like if Jordan saying some shit like, fuck that. I'm not fucking with fucking Kanye West. He's like, that nigga's nuts. I don't know why I can hear Jordan saying some foul shit like that, but Jordan is a foul talking ass motherfucker, man. Anybody in here seen Jordan's documentary? Anybody seen that Jordan documentary? Jordan was talking his shit. I didn't know Jordan had that type of money and being the fucking best basketball player alive will do that to you. But anyway, right here, this was interesting to me, being one of those people that kind of enjoyed, or not even kind of, I really enjoyed the backpack era. Like a lot of hip hop, like fans and people that were transitioning from being from like the 90s hip hop to going into the 2000s and like mid 2000s hip hop really got into I said mid 2000s. What am I talking about? The after the 90s, right? So early 2000s and then like around like 2008, 9, 10, whatever. Backpack rap was something that was real important because it kind of held on to the fundamentals and the natural original state of hip hop, but having a twist on it with the younger generation. You know what I'm saying? And Kanye was a part of that. The backpack whole coalition. If you know Kanye's early work, he was basically based and labeled as a backpack rapper. What he revealed on Drink Champs was that he faked that. Let's listen to this. Also, once again, if you're just now tuning in, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell, hit the notifications. You got to get the notifications when we go live. Make sure you share this YouTube video. Also, follow me on my socials. I'll follow everybody back. Hit the Cash App today if you're feeling generous. Let's get it.
All this type of shit, he just, or the unshit, when I had to get it too, I was just like, man, Jay-Z is my, right. At the end of the day, I always lean. It's another thing I want to say also.
Let's say it.
I'm sorry to all the backpack community. Due to the fact that I was from the streets, but I never killed anybody, it was just easier for me to pose like a backpacker. But I actually really love street niggas. And I don't really listen to backpack music like that. Okay. I listen to Cash Money, Jay-Z, Lil Baby.
Let me just say something.
I pose as a backpacker.
But that scene accepted you quicker as an MC.
Yes. Backpack MCs, let's just name a few. That's Talib.
Exactly.
Dilated.
That's most.
Yes.
Slum Village.
Yeah.
He took more shots at Talib too.
Really from that.
Not at all. I was using.
Damn.
You said, oh shit! I don't know what to do.
That's over honest.
I apologize once again to Kweli. I'm sorry. I never fucked with your raps.
Why is he going at Kweli like that?
Well, we recently seen you with Dave Chappelle. Y'all was all hanging out. Was Talib there?
Oh shit! I did just see that nigga. I totally forgot. Oh man, now I'm really gonna have to fight this man.
Oh my god.
Damn.
10 niggas with fitted caps from 12 years ago chasing me.
Matter of fact, I'm about to ask y'all that question. How about that? Hold on. Who y'all think will win in a battle of fisticuffs? Talib Kweli or Kanye West? We gonna ask that. That's what I'm gonna ask. That's gonna be the first question of the day. Kanye or Talib Kweli? I gotta say it like that so I know how to spell it. Vote in the chat right now. Let's see what y'all think.
She's not letting it go.
But you saw, I've never been this. But you did see Chappelle after Chappelle's controversy, because obviously you heard about the controversy. They really trying to cancel.
Now, man,
watch this shit. Because Kanye starts to go off about cancel culture, and I want to know what y'all think about this.
They don't get the fuck up out of here, bro. Yeah. It's like, bro, what cancel what? What cancel? What we canceling out here? Mm-hmm. It was the Stranger Things commercial where Dave Chappelle was in it. I don't know if you saw it. Mm-hmm. But the girl was like blowing people through the wall and shit or something like that. Mm-hmm. Maybe that's the wrong terminology. This girl was
JJ.
Using her mind to telekinetically push people through air. And
ooh, and from New York, did I do something that you didn't know about? Did I teach you something? Ooh.
Ooh, telepathy, yes.
Dave Chappelle jumps out, he says, do me. Do me. Man, enough of this shit already, boy. Y'all just wait till someone ain't affecting the stock and y'all just take them out one by one to impose fear on anybody with freedom of thought. Well, I smack the shit out you when I see. Don't tell me what the fuck to do ever in your life, boy. None of y'all Hollywood plant-ass niggas tell none of us what we do. This our culture now. It's up. You can't cancel none of us. It's up, boy. And all of y'all scared niggas that's running around doing what these Hollywood niggas telling you to do, fuck y'all, man. It's up. Y'all either is about our culture that we grew up about, or you about yourself, selfish, scared-ass house niggas.
Ooh.
So they canceling what?
Oh, no.
Now, this is what I was talking about earlier, because earlier this morning I was on In From New York show. In the morning, I was talking about some of the things that people were saying, and we talk about how a lot of people in his position really don't be talking that shit. They'll say just enough, but not nothing that will get them to the point where they'll be a target for those people. And I think Kanye was going against the grain. What do y'all think, man? What do you think? Because I think he was really kind of going against the grain. And it's one thing to talk about one side. It's one thing to talk about the other side, but it's another thing to talk about both. And he was, meanwhile, he's talking about things we need to do and things that we're also doing that are fucking up. He's talking about also what was put in place. He talked about how the guns were put in the community, how the drugs were put in the community. We know how it was put there. We know by who. He knows that too. But he also, you know what I'm saying? I feel like it's important for us to continue to talk to us and continue to have these ideas out there and not and have people know that we aren't monolithic. Every person in this chat who is a person of color, please realize that you are all individuals. Yeah, we may have the same interests in a lot of things. Yeah, we may laugh at a lot of things. Yeah, we may get mad at a lot of things, but we are all individuals and we still have our own perspectives on lives. Continue to have your own perspective. Continue to be a free thinker in a way. Still have common sense. Don't go ballistic. Don't go full Kanye. But I'm just saying. Now, there's another thing I want to talk about on here real quick. Let's talk about this. Has anybody ever heard of sacred proportions? Do you guys know what that is? Has anybody ever heard of sacred proportions? This was something I just got put onto after watching this interview. Listen to what he's talking about here. I know some of y'all already know what sacred proportions are, but listen to this.
At Axel Vort's place for 3 days learning about sacred proportions. So sacred proportions are like a Catholic church has a certain dimension. People talk about the...
See, that's what I'm saying right there. That's perfect. Kanye can only voice his side, his experience. Exactly. If you relate to it or if you understand it, that's one thing. You know what I'm saying? That's basically what it is.
Golden section, a cube. You know how you go into a church and it makes you feel a kind of way? All of this kind of information has been taken, from us. And these sacred proportions used to be like a Gucci belt back in the days. Even if someone has sacred proportions, they could be killed for it. Now, I know I'm talking about, this is the part where the interview goes like 5 years from now. You know what I mean? It's like, he's talking about sacred proportions. Now, I'm saying we are the iPhones. We collectively are. God is in us. We collectively can live life at the happiest level. But I am like Temple Grandin, who we spoke about earlier, this person that's on the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? Might not be all the way bipolar, but somewhere on the spectrum, somewhere Rain Man territory. I remember showing my wife Rain Man saying, you thought you married Tom Cruise, but you married Rain Man. But someone who calculates this and things that I would do to change environments, our space, would help everyone. It help everyone. You would be calm, relaxed. It's like a spa, the type of information. My mama speaks through my daughter, and she said no cursing on the album. The album came out 2 days later. The clean edit, I like the Mike Dean edit of the clean edit. We had this engineer, Urko, did an amazing job, but Mike Dean does this echo. So we're doing the clean again. The album came out 2 days late because I took the cursing off, right? Because as families, they just don't need all that cursing in their living room like that. We not only proving that we could do songs for God and put Jesus' name on high, we also showing we could do albums without cursing that's actually competing. Don't think that we gotta say, I'ma fuck your bitch, I'ma sell this pussy, I'ma kill you in order to sell records. Right. Don't let the plan that they told Bone Thugs and Harmony keep our communities out of harmony.
Because you made Jesus walk and you never going to hell.
Exactly.
Okay.
And I veered from that.
He said, because you made Jesus walk, so you never going to hell. Nori funny as shit. But basically, in him saying that, you know what I'm saying? I think what Kanye wants to do is try to not have everybody, well, maybe him specifically, maybe he wants everybody to think like he does, but if you have common sense, you would take what he's saying and apply it to just having another way of thinking. I think Kanye is more concerned about people demonizing him for what he thinks rather than just being somebody who is thinking for themselves. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Like, I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to try to force you to believe something that I believe in. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to believe in what I believe in. I don't give a fuck if you do or not. I'm also not going to disrespect you or make you feel like, you know, what you believe in is less than me because of either your position in life or just because or whatever the case may be. I'm looking at this from what Kanye's saying from a standpoint of just think for yourself. And don't demonize another man, specifically a black man, for thinking differently because you want him to follow along the lines of the same bullshit that they've been teaching you. That's how I feel that he did that. Now, let's talk about his clothes. First of all, hold up. I gotta play this. I don't know, where is this part? The Uchi Wally shit. Some of y'all, I don't know if y'all know about Drink Champs, but there's some ongoing shit with DJ EFN on the show where they make fun of his ex-girlfriend from back in the day that he dated, who ended up being in the Tip Drill video. I think she was in the Thong Song video with motherfucking Cisco, and she was in the Uchi Wally video. And Kanye brought up dating a girl in the Uchi Wally video, and this is what happened.
You know what I'm saying? God already showed me. And then I got in and I got the jewelry. And then I've always liked, you know, light-skinned girls with a fat ass. All this and I need more jewelry and I need the car. Matter of fact, there was this one time I was with the girl from the Uchi Wally video at this diner on 14th Street.
Took it to Queensbridge? Yeah, all right.
So,
I didn't know Queensbridge got involved.
And they
Chill out.
Okay, you don't know. Listen.
See, Nori didn't catch it at first. But somebody in the audience, somebody sitting on the sidelines was like, hey, that's DJ EFN girl. And he remembered what happened. And then Kanye joined in on the roast. This shit had me die.
Nah, come on, relax. We skipped it on the episode.
First of all, DJ EFN was embarrassed. That motherfucker didn't want to talk about shit. He was mad as hell. I want y'all to see his face. Hold on. Matter of fact, yeah. Fair use, motherfucker. Fair use, goddammit. I want y'all to see his fucking face, man. Hold up. Watch this.
What was that?
I'm gonna let you finish first, but then we go on and listen. This girl was in the Uchi Wally video and they slutted her out. Okay, I'm sorry.
She wasn't my girl at the time.
They slutted her out.
Did she live?
She didn't get slutted
I'm sorry.
Did she live in an apartment that was so small that her bed was over the kitchen?
Oh,
She extra belongs to the game.
It's the same girl.
I'm up here.
Same girl, Kanye.
So my legs is hanging over the sink.
Okay. Okay.
I can't get no traction up there. You got traction?
Nah, y'all gotta see his face. Niggas is clouding him. This is hilarious.
He's so mad right now.
Look.
He's never downgraded this story. I'm sorry. But it was you.
You have your own version of the story.
Smash that too. Come on. I'm sorry. Okay. Continue.
Ooh, Wally.
EFN was mad. Yo, I went back too far. My bad. But y'all gotta see this nigga face, man.
Okay.
I can't get no traction up there.
Downgraded this story. I'm sorry.
Nigga said Uchi Wally.
You have your own version of the story.
Smash that too. Come on. I'm sorry. Okay. Continue.
Ooh, Wally.
EFN was mad as shit. Hey, yo, I love EFN, man. Yo, EFN's dope as fuck. He's definitely a staple in hip hop. I believe a very underrated DJ in the culture, man. He respects the culture. He didn't fucking try to step on the culture. He knew he was a guest in this motherfucker, and he's one of those people where I will always respect the DJs first, because in hip hop, if you don't know, it started with the DJ first. The MC came after. That was the supporting act. The main act was the DJ, and we get lost in a lot of the simple shit in this world. And now we've gotten to a point where the fucking producer is more of the person that is the person that is lifted higher than the artist, because now the producers are carrying the music. So we got to give these people they props, man, and give them their flowers while they here, man. But EFN. Yo, your ass was fuming. That's a fake ass smile right there. You know that's fake. You know your ass is heated, boy. Oh my God.
Wait, look. How we know it's the same girl? Was she also in the Big Pimpin' video?
Damn, dog. You trying to do investigation?
That's when we know it's the same girl.
Fuck it. We go move on. Let's move on. Let's move on. Last but not least, in this subject, because we still got one more topic to talk about before we get out of here. But let me show y'all. Hold on. Let me hide the screen again. My bad. I don't wanna get too fucked up out here when it comes to this YouTube game. But Kanye speaks on how or why he makes the clothes he makes and the shoes he makes, and the mindset behind it. Because of course, I ain't gonna lie. When I first seen Kanye's clothes and his shoes, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? And I still haven't changed my stance. I still think that shit is not for me. But him explaining it makes sense why he makes the clothes he makes.
Communities, we don't need all of the things that feed our egos. Like ego, anger, misery, they love to hang out. They blood. Yeah. Especially ego and anger. Yeah. They always be together.
Yeah.
And the more and more we do so much of our stuff, our clothes, you know, my clothes is not, some ego, but this more, my thing is more about elegance and education. Let me educate you niggas with this outfit. when I put, because that's what it do. Because 2-3 years later, niggas be doing that fit. Or when we did the foam runners, I've been like, yo, we need to not have laces. Because like what Nike would do is, let's get all the influencers to bring Force Ones back, and it comes back. The Force Ones come back like Black History Month come back. And for me as a designer, you know, we don't need the Force Ones coming back. No offense to anybody that got Force Ones. I'm just saying, man, fuck them Force Ones and fuck them old ass designs, man. We're gonna be stuck in a loop if we don't design new things and embrace new ideas. But we're programmed to have Chris Brown dissing my haircut. You get what I'm saying? We're programmed to have people dissing something new. How can we ever change something if we don't start on new? And I said with Cube, he say like, man, what's been happening, been working. He'll meet with Trump and then they'll cancel him. Man, fuck out of here. Y'all need to give me the proper fucking, I want to be hung over a motherfucking doorknob and killed, and y'all say that I fucking went crazy and got doped out, but y'all gonna stop fucking with me and stop fucking with Cube and stop fucking with Dave Chappelle and anybody that's black in a position of power that got an opinion. Y'all gonna stop fucking with us. Come and get me. My nigga, come and get me. Me.
Come and get
me. I do it. Nobody else. Me. Come and get me. I like Trump. Yeah, I said it. I'm rocking with Trump. I'm never voting Democrat till y'all actually do something that changes something. Now, when we come together and vote as a block, like Dr. Claude Anderson said, the Democrats, they're going to be forced to do it. They ain't going to just give it to us. China ain't going to just give it to us. They going to hand it to us. They'll just show you somebody that look like us and get 94% of the black vote, and we just give it to them. We're just so happy just to see somebody that we think is us. That we think, like, Kamala don't know her daddy or black daddy like that. Y'all ain't do no research on this. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, this is good for your daughters. No, it's not. North ain't finna be rolling with that. And if they took me out right after this, bet you North run it after this interview. So, man, you know what I'm saying? Y'all was coming at Cube. Y'all meaning the internet. Like, y'all was coming at Cube for meeting with, so we can't meet, we can't have a conversation? Y'all stupid motherfuckers, what the fuck is wrong with you? This man Cube is educated, this man was an architect. This man done did movies.
Poison.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Friday. And this man not allowed to meet with the president, or he not black no more? Well, I'm not black no more either. Like, they try to take my black, so George Bush don't care about black people. Wasn't black enough for me, black forever?
A little bit, like Obama had beef.
I don't have beef with Obama. He just worked for them people. You get what I'm saying? He just worked for them, man. He just got a job. We all got a job to do. It wouldn't be challenging in the video game if it wasn't, you know, invisible, black people working for the other side, this and that. Other side meaning not God's side. Jesus! Lord.
Nori is an idiot, man. I love Nori. That nigga's fucking hilarious.
But what are you saying after that?
Jesus, baby. Like,
what's the other part?
Listen to Nori.
Jesus, Lord. It's
Lord. Okay, all right.
That's Swiss saying that. That's Swiss singing.
Yeah, me and my kids be in the crib. We be like, Jesus. They be like, we don't be knowing what the fuck we say.
If you know someone that needs, yo, that Jesus. That's the
All right, look, hey, right there though. That's where that is. That's where we have it today. And what Kanye West, that was pretty much actually at the tail end of the interview. But yeah, man, what do y'all think about that? What do y'all think of your overall like thoughts on this? Zorak said the Dems lied like he'll get to get in office, like he'll do to get in office. People should feel like idiots for that. Ain't neither side giving a damn about us. Yeah, none of them do. None of them do. I've never believed in either side because either side has never done anything for us. Both sides have sat up there and told us all types of shit, and still here we are. But I do agree that we do have to get out there and try to do something within our communities as far as like voting in your state and trying to get certain officials in there to try to make some shit shake, because that's the only way that we can have any power to really change something is try to get in those higher offices, man. And it sounds nuts to a lot of people, and people think we can just sit here and shut the fuck up. And I'm speaking for real. He got a fucking fake ass Corey page in here. That is not Corey Holcomb. That is in from New York. Please ignore that. But fucking idiot. But we don't have to believe in the same things as everybody else, but I think that it's important that we, like I said, please continue to remain a thinker, a free thinker for yourself. Please remain a free thinker for yourself. And I want you to be the type of person that understands that you don't have to be like every black person out here. You can be yourself. All right? You can be yourself. That's all I have to say on that. Last topic, though, that I have to get y'all vote on. I have to get y'all vote on this. This is what I want y'all opinion on this. What do you think is the reason behind this? All right? Kid Cudi wore a dress to the FDA Fashion Awards. How do y'all feel about that? Do you guys think this is Kid Cudi being himself? Or do you think this is for attention? I will ask you that question, and I will leave it at that. Oh, yeah, and I got some music for y'all. What am I doing? Let me get this music going. Answer it truthfully, y'all. Yeah, I know how to time people out too, bruh. Yeah. Playboy Tilt said he definitely dropped some gems in that interview, and Nori was the perfect interviewer because he let Ye talk his shit comfortably. I'm back fucking with Ye. Okay. Zorak said, we have fought to death for tangibles and have to beg for just some credit. Exactly. I agree with that as well. Just try to stay relevant. Attention whoring is real. What up, Rob Pitt? That's my big bro in the chat. He said, look up Kurt Cobain, dresses Kid Cudi, idolizes him. Yeah, I've seen that too. I'm gonna look that up actually. Let me. Kurt Cobain. This is Kurt Cobain. They said he was also channeling Dennis Rodman. I'll tell you one thing. None of you motherfuckers will ever run up on Dennis Rodman. I know that for a fact. None of you niggas will run up on Dennis Rodman. Hey, by the way, if you are new to this channel, like I said, hit the like, hit the subscribe, hit the bell. Share this video as well on your socials. Follow me on my socials. I follow everybody back. Hit me on the Cash App today if you are feeling generous. If you did not participate in the chat, now is your time. Put a GMS in the chat and I will shout everybody out. Let's go. Hey, Marcus R., you would not run up on Dennis Rodman. I promise you that. You'll take a picture with Dennis Rodman before you run up on Dennis Rodman. Hey, shout out to Lady Aries. Shout out in from New York, Aries, Baby G. King David in the building. Omega in the building. High Def. Don Philly 215. Shy Girl 64. C Mo. I see y'all in the chat. I should switch up the beat, huh? Let me switch it up. We gonna go out to this beat. Put the GMS in the chat right now. Let's go. He said I get a pick, then run up. Shout out to Marcus Speak. Shout out to Will Major II. Shout out to Zorak. You sound like Zorak sounds like the name of a villain from a Marvel movie who lives somewhere in outer space ready to try to end the world or somewhere. We have to fight Zorak. We have to defeat Zorak. And from New York said he going live in the park after this. Playboy Tilt said Cudi might just be into cross-dressing and D, and that's cool, but it doesn't come off as rock star level, more like look at me and please forgive me, I'll do whatever. He said Olafambu's on punishment again. He might be. I ain't seen that nigga in a while. Thanks for reminding me. I gotta watch my back. I don't know where this nigga went. Olafambu gone. I don't know where he went. Does anybody know where Olafambu went? Somebody tell me where Olafambu went. I don't know where he went. Hold on. Ah! This motherfucker thought he would get rid of me. Not a day in your life. Never in your life. You will never get rid of me. You know what it is, you niggas. Olafambu in this bitch. GMS fam, the green room. This nigga don't know what's happening. I will kill this nigga with one blow. With one blow. Do you understand? I will fuck this nigga up on sight. You can't get rid of Olafambu. I do what I want and I say what I please. Do you understand? I will pull up on you on my rhino and unload the clip. Do you understand? Do not fuck with this nigga no more. I will take over the GMS show one day. You will see, you niggas. Olafambu will have his own segment. And this nigga will pay me. Hit his cash app so he can pay me. GMS fam, we are out.